Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. I'm your imaginary friend Jack, and I have a bone to pick with all of you. Yeah, you. You have been holding out on me. All of you. Because nobody told me that there was a Dead by Daylight dating simulator. You watched me play Boyfriend Dungeon. Did you not think this was pertinent information? It's okay, I'm just disappointed. I'm not angry. Just disappointed. But I'm willing to cast my disappointment aside because I did find it. It's called Hooked on You, a Dead by Daylight dating sim. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm really excited. I want to date some monsters, okay? Again, I dated weapons. The next logical step is to date the things that weapons destroy. Monsters. Don't judge me, I'm into weird things. Oh! They're so cute already. Oh my gosh. Oh, all of them in their little swimsuits. This is adorable. Oh, it looks so cute. How many of the, or is it just the original killers? I'm sure it's got to just be the original killers. In Dead by Daylight, right? They couldn't possibly do anybody else. They couldn't possibly do anybody else. New file. Welcome to your dream vacation. Before we get started, what shall we call you? Imaginary. You know what? I can't do my full name, so let's just go what the killers might call me. Meat. I am now meat. Come on, the killers are gonna fall in love with me, right? Because I'm meat? It makes sense. You wake up on the beach, soaking wet, salt water stinging the inside of your throat as you nearly drowned. Water falls from your mouth as you open it to gasp for air. You have no memory of how you got here. In fact, you can only remember your own name, but not where you came from or a single fact about your life. Amnesia! It's a soap opera. What you do know is that despite the outrageous beauty of the landscape around you, you feel incredibly sick to your stomach. Wow, really went down the wrong pipe, huh? You need a minute, or can I go on? Because I can give you a minute. We've got plenty of time. Endless time, really. An eternity, if you catch my drift. Whoa now, Ocean. Sorry, meat. May I continue? Please, go on. Okay, then. As I was. As I was saying, you look down at your feet, ankle deep in the crystal blue water of a newly arrived wave. As the water recedes back into the ocean, it reveals a grotesque discovery. Oh! A decomposing face stares up at you from beneath the sand. All you can do is vomit a stream of dark bile, bugs, worms, and other ick. Oh, you... Questions race through your mind. Where are you? How did you get here? Who is behind this incredibly charming and well-spoken voice in your head? However, answers don't come easy. Your mind is completely blank. Is that us? What will you do? Dig up that face. Close your eyes. Close my eyes. You close your eyes. This must be a nightmare, right? This is not happening. This is not happening. The mantra centers you, and you briefly able to find peace. The lapping waves go silent, and for the rest of the time, your entire life, it feels like you're in control. Oh, for the first time in your entire... That's the problem with doing voices. Sometimes I can't read appropriately. When you open your eyes... Oh! You're in the exact same place, except now that disgusting corpse face is smiling at you? Even the dead have wondrous time on our island. I promise you will too. Don't worry, you're going to do just fine. We wouldn't want anyone else. Well, that was sure weird, that voice again. Do oceans normally talk? Your memory isn't quite right, but you're pretty sure you remember learning as a child that oceans do not speak directly to people in spooky terms. Your mind doesn't have a choice to linger any longer on your current situation as you feel something soft bump into your foot. Wilson! When you look down, you find a volleyball sitting in the sand there next to you. You stare down frozen. A voice calls out from behind you. Little help, please? You turn around, and when you see what's waiting for you, your jaw just about hits the ground. Oh, she's so cute! Oh! Oh. Oh, I love this. This is cute. It's a cute little detail. Oh, so buff. Four gorgeous monsters stand halfway between you and a well-tended volleyball court. Adorable. Each of them oozes with undead energy, a magical aura reaching out and penetrating you via your eyes. Your heart begins to race, curiosity, fear, desire. You can't help but stare at these casually dressed, let's call them killers. I don't know, not to be judgmental, but that's just the energy they put out there. What is this pose? What is this? So many competing feelings rushing through your mind at once that you are completely paralyzed. Hello. There are weird days, and then there's this. All you can do is look down at the ball and back up at this monstrous lineup. Well, literally monsters. Sexy-ass monsters, though. What do you do? Toss it back. You bend down and grab the ball. It's warm from sitting in the sand on this beautiful day. When you give the ball a toss, it arcs beautifully through the air and lands right in the Huntress's hands. Not bad, stranger. Huntress's muscles ripple as she grips it in her hand. You look her up and down and consider what it might be like to be held tightly in those strong arms. Warm, perhaps. Maybe a little sweaty. But that's okay. It's natural. She definitely has Dommy Mommy vibes. And you know what? I'm here for it. Try hard much? Bleh. Oh, wait, that's her. Try hard much? Bleh. They're speaking directly to you, but you still can't bring yourself to reply. You're entranced. When you snap out of it, you realize that everyone has gone back to the volleyball court. Alone again, you look across the beach at these strange residents who casually battle volleyball back and forth, happily ignoring your intrusion onto their private beach. Should you be frightened, worried, excited? I did refer to them as killers, not to give too much away. But at the same time, damn, they are looking very appealing in their own way. And nobody so much as lifted a blood-soaked finger in your direction. Don't be scared, meat. You were made for this. Well, geez, if Spooky Ocean Voice says not to be scared, I'm sure it's all going to work out. With no good reason not to, you decide to head over and see what happens next. I don't know why that's the voice I've chosen for it, but I like it, and I'm going to keep doing it. It seems like you've derailed the volleyball game just by showing up. You derailed the game just by showing up, nitwit. And I guess you're also a nitwit. How did you know? I mean, we've just met and already pet names? Ooh. Look, it's best to just go with what Trapper says when he says it. That's a policy I hold for pretty much anyone who always seems to have fresh blood on their hands. Hey, don't worry about it. It's all just a game. Existence, that is. Besides, you seem a lot more interesting than a silly game. What's your deal? What brings you here? Oh! You mean...
Or you mean they're here to do more than distract from my total domination?
That was Wraith. That sign means he was done with the game too. Either that or he saw a butterfly or something.
Look, I don't care why this slack-jawed moron is here. I just want to know Can I kill them or not?
You know you can't. At least not yet.
Oh yeah, not yet.
Hey, meat, you might want to, say something? Actually, never mind. There'll be plenty of time for that soon enough. Right now, this group has some questions for you. Be warned, answer quickly and answer well. This is a timed quiz, and it will be very important later. Very important. But will it, though? Will it? Will it? Or not important, if anyone, in any way whatsoever. Probably that one. I can't remember.
How attractive would you say you are?
Average. I'm pretty average, I think.
Just another
face in the crowd. Another normal meaningless life in an endless cycle. I think you're cute myself. Like a chipmunk or a grizzly bear. Oh! Oh, Huntress. Flattery will get you everywhere.
If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Oh. I think I'd want super strength. Super strength would be cool.
Strength isn't all about muscles. True strength is up here.
You expect Trapper to point to his head, but instead he taps to one of his bulging shoulders.
It's specifically in these muscles. Nobody gives a shit about your calves.
What was your best subject in school? History. Out of those options, history. History? Nice. It's important to know what came before so that we are not doomed to repeat humanity's mistakes. I mean, we will anyways, but still. What's your favorite animal? Cat. Definitely a cat. Out of those choices. What? Why is everyone looking at me? You think just because I'm the typical cute goth girl, I have some specific love of all things cats, and more specifically black cats? Well, I do, but you can all go to hell anyway. Well, spirit. I do have a black cat sitting right beside me. I'm not gonna disturb his slumber though.
What's your favorite color?
Blue, blood red, 3-day-old corpse. Out of these, honestly, blood red's actually a cool color. Red.
Some call it the color of love, but love is just another word for pain.
What's your dream job? Not working at all. If we get to do what we really want, why work at all? It takes a lot of courage to break free from society's expectations, to climb the ladder.
Only she could spin laziness into some kind of grand crusade. These damned millennials.
Look, don't call me out, okay? I would rather just do what I loved every day and get paid for it, and then it's not work, okay? Okay? If you do what you love, like, that's a boomer thing to say. Am I old now? I am over 30.
Best flavor of ice cream.
Chocolate?
My favorite flavor is pain.
Same. Same here.
Thinking. Mine is vanilla, swirled with pain.
I think mint chip is the greatest flavor ever conceived myself, but enough about ice cream, am I right? Wait, is Gray the narrator? They love mint chip. Hold on a second, this reminds me. I am right. Always, it's a lesson you should learn before we go too much further. Do what I say if you want to survive. Pick mint chip.
We're teaching lessons now, narrator. You rascal. Kill or be killed is the rule on this island, even for faceless voices.
Tell me, what's the best flavor of ice cream? The best flavor is chocolate. You got a reading comprehension problem? I just told you mint chip was where it's at. You almost bought yourself a game over there, buddy. That's right, I can end your life whenever I want to. I'm in control, so don't forget it. If I say you like mint chip, you like mint chip. Now try it again. Tell me, what's the best flavor of ice cream? Can we date the narrator too? The best flavor is chocolate. In case it wasn't clear who's in charge, it's me.
You have to understand, it feels very good to end someone else's game. You should try it sometime.
So being belligerent will get you a game over. Got it. All right, mint chip. The best flavor is mint chip.
So obedient.
I think you're gonna do just fine. Anywho, now that they know so much about you, I'm sure the group wants you to start getting to know them. I'm Trapper. I'm pretty much run things around here. I'm the smartest, richest, strongest person on the whole island. I don't like losers. If you want to know what a loser is, say hello to Wraith.
Hi, I'm Wraith. I'm nothing like everyone else. I like nice people and loathe big dumb idiots.
Hey, what's up? I'm Spirit. I don't like most things. I don't really hate most things either. It's not worth my time, but things I do hate, I really hate. You know? Based on my personal observations, life is nothing but suffering and society is a carefully calculated lie to keep everyone subservient to those in power. It's better to choose to just not take part.
Jeez, it's like she was downright murdered by society. She hates it so much. Oh no, wait, I remember Spirit's story now, and that's almost exactly what happened.
Hey, I'm Huntress. Don't let these bummers get you down. There's a lot of fun to be had on this island, along with lots of love. Oh.
Yeah, there is, if you know what I mean.
Grow up.
Grow a body.
I've explained this 1,000 times. I'm dead. But I'm not a literal ghost. I create a trail of fog. I'm not made of it.
Whatever, fog buddy.
That's not nice. He's not nice.
You love it.
Only sometimes.
Ew, really? That's disgusting.
That's why she likes it.
Don't speak for me. I also hate it.
Stop speaking entirely, actually.
For the first time ever, I agree with Wraith. Let's move on, otherwise they'll do this all day. Besides, if I know this crew, and I do, they'll want to show off soon enough.
If we're done playing, let's do something else instead.
Wow, for once I actually agree with the meathead.
I say we go to my yacht. It's the massive boat dock nearby. I'll give everyone a taste of true luxury and power.
Wraith rolls his eyes.
Don't mind him, he just hates fun and happiness.
No, I hate the endless, desperate, soul-crushing pursuit of wealth, the way it's flaunted needlessly, and the cruelty it engenders. What about hanging out by the pool?
I mean, that sounds more fun than the yacht, to be honest.
I find the water calming, simple, beautiful.
Hey, what about our volleyball game? We can exercise and have some fun as a group.
Are you all serious? There's perfectly good lounge to chill out right here. I'm tired, and besides, I hate being in the sun.
Where do you want to go? I definitely don't want to go to the yacht. That's out. I don't want to go to the yacht. I guess this is the lounge. This is the pool. This is the yacht, it seems like. And this is the game. What is this? It'd be great to relax for a second at the lounge. To kick up your feet, look out over the ocean, and relax on your own terms. Who would want anything else? Dry, comfortable, enjoying a cool drink on a hot day. It's the best. It does sound amazing. I mean, what kind of fool, what kind of monster, what kind of mask-wearing psychopath would finally be granted a break from the constant grind of chasing and fighting to get ahead, and then choose to exert themselves in, quite frankly, any way whatsoever? Don't put hunters down like that. Why am I the only one who gets it? It's time to stop living by their rules. I won't do it any longer.
Yeah, we should probably give her a second to calm down.
Claudette, hold on.
For just one moment.
This is Dwight and Claudette, our activities coordinators. They're cute too.
They're also the cooks, waiters, bartenders, janitors, and every other job. They're the only help remaining on the island. This place we call Murderer's Island. Cue dramatic musical flourish. Dun-dun-dun! None of the others survived. Survived the interview process, I mean. Hence why we shall heretofore refer to them as survivors with a capital S. These two have worked here a long time, so very long I don't actually know how long it's been. Sorry, anyway, I should probably let Dwight and Claudette do their mandated jobs. They sure look happy, but they're vibrating with a nervous energy that is starting to give me the creeps.
We will now escort the group to the venue of your choosing. However, if the future, we recommend waiting for us to present you with your options whenever possible, and don't just run off to various activities unsupervised. Wait, we don't have much autonomy around here. The least you could do is allow us to do our jobs. The most you could do is help us get off this Dwight! Yes, pardon me. Please follow us. Hey, narrator?
Yes, something I can help you with?
Those two, Claudette and Dwight, did they just start to mention something about wanting to escape? Is escape an option? Should I be trying to escape?
Escape them? Oh, no. I think you're mistaken.
It seemed like Dwight was asking for help to get off this island, though.
Oh, right, yes, that's true, he was. But he just meant that he wants to get to the other vacation island getaway, a couple miles south of here. It has much fancier accommodations than this island. It's one of those big corporate outfits, quite exclusive, where all the famous celebrities hang out. Very luxurious, doesn't quite have the charm that this island has, though. Trust me, you wouldn't want to go there. With all that money comes a lot of restrictions. This is where you belong. Now, off you go. It's time for an activity. On this island, your decisions matter mostly, when I agree with them, not like that other island. So what'll it be? Let's go to the lounge. That's where we said we were going to go, right?
Finally, freedom from those preposterous premises that the four of us would be engaged in some sort of thrilling 2-on-2 volleyball match.
Spirit looks at you from beneath her gigantic sun hat. She takes a conspiratorial tone.
I don't know whose idea volleyball was in the first place, but I hate them. I tried to feign a sprained ankle, but everyone already knows that I technically float above the ground, so nobody believed I was even putting any pressure on my joints in the first place. Then I tried to annoy everyone by not giving a crap, and when that didn't work, I tried whining, and when that didn't work, I threatened to kill every single person on this island, but it turns out I'm not the first to toss those kind of threats around on this island.
I love that her, she's a ghost. Ah, it's cute.
So, thanks, I guess, for getting it called off.
Oh, so cute.
Are we threatening to end each other again?
Now it's Dwight who takes on a conspiratorial tone, his eyes shifting as he slips into a loud whisper.
Please, just make it quick. Is what you'll be saying when we get behind the bar to make you the drinks of your dreams. Hilarious, right, Dwight? Yeah, right. So, what will you be having?
Ooh. A scotch on the rocks does sound great. On a day like today, I could use something strong. Scotch on the rocks. Claudette uncorks a very expensive-looking bottle of top-shelf liqueur and pours you a glass.
Do enjoy.
Who would drink that? Smells like kerosene.
You need to embrace the burning.
Oh, damn. The burning? I didn't want to relate to Trapper.
Oh, yeah.
Why would you embrace that? Burning is... Wraith stifles stifles a sob. No, I can't even think about it. Oh, he's so sensitive.
Well, then don't. No skin off my back, you weirdo. Come to think of it. Strong, expensive, better the longer you leave it locked in the basement. Scotch is the best.
Trapper guzzles half the bottle and burps. It'd be disgusting if it wasn't so. No, disgusting is exactly what it is.
Since we fulfilled your request, it's time for us for you to return the favor.
I should have known there was a catch. Icebreaker time.
I swear, had I known they'd pull this kind of faux enthusiastic community building crap, I'd have suggested we attempt to walk to the lowest point of the ocean before I ever set foot near this bar.
You don't think it could be kind of fun? A little fun? Never mind, I hate it. This sucks, but it could be fine, or whatever you say. Has anyone seen my hat? I've literally never seen him in a hat.
If we must make small talk, I am at least picking a topic before we end up being forced to do some lame improv game that nerds learn their non-sport after-school activities that I definitely never did because I'm no nerd. Methinks a certain someone doth protest too much. Sitting here on this beautiful sunny afternoon, warm sand beneath the cool fog beneath my severed feet. The topic I choose is books, novels, comics, fiction or non. Reading is the only real escape from the inescapable horror of life, the escape into your own mind. A groan rolls through the crowd. Not a lot of readers here, I'd imagine, based on that response. They were much more enthusiastic about drinking. Considering the situation we're in, it seems an appropriate time to ask you, Meat, what's your desert island book? The one book you'd bring with you if you were, well, on an island like this. Oh, and it has to be a classic horror, for reasons that should be obvious.
She means because this is an island of horror villains, and also those books are all in the public domain.
Nothing too modern. Humanity has really gotten soft these past 100 years. So what's your favorite?
Ooh. I think out of all of these, Frankenstein... I tried reading Dracula. Dracula's good, but I think Frankenstein, plus, written by Mary Shelley. I didn't actually read it, but I've seen three movie versions of Frankenstein. They've all been pretty good. You can lie to make yourself look smarter. They're killers, not mind readers. Oh, that's a good one. Seeking knowledge but finding only death? Yeah, been there. I can't say that my experiments have been as successful, but, well, fingers crossed. And fire? Don't even get me started. Experiments? Crap.
Not again, I swear. Every excuse you give him, it's this talk about... Shut up. Did you just tell me to shut up?
Sorry, cough.
Take it from me. This one likes to think he's the scientist, but he's actually the monster.
Can't I be a little bit of both? Like I said, I haven't actually read it, but that sounds smart enough that I'd be willing to believe it's the true meaning of the story.
Enough about these old stories that belong to someone else. I think it's time to make up some new stories of our own. Oh my.
Before you know what's going on, Huntress is waving an empty vodka bottle in the air, a devilish twinkle in her half-mast covered eyes.
Might I suggest something a little naughty? Let's all get in a circle and spin this bad boy.
Oh, Trickmaster's here! Great idea. Trickster? Isn't it a bit late to introduce a new character? I thought I was the only one who gets to make the rules. I'm not sure who I'm asking. But I wasn't ready for this. The Trickster, I should say.
Well, hello. And who is this new fan in waiting?
Beat it, Hack.
I don't know. What's the harm in inviting one more person to join their circle for our game?
Oh, I can't stay. I was just saying it's a great idea, while also teasing the secret Trickster ending. I've got much, much better things to do than hang out here. I'm famous. Toodaloo.
The rules are simple.
Spam calls!
The rules are simple. First you spin, then you swap. Spit, that is. But let's be clear, this ain't a peep show. We're here to have a good time, but in a classy way. All makeouts will happen out of view of public eye. Real romantic-like. Yes, romance is the goal, so we'll all be waiting here in complete silence.
Spam calls, quit it!
Silence, trying to listen in and use our imaginations while you make out on the other side of the bar, but not watching. Like adults, romantic, well-adjusted adults. Meat, you're up.
You grip the bottle in your hand and put your fate in the hands of the empty bottle gods. Minigames consist of two parts. On top, a pointer, which rotates in a clockwise direction. At the bottom, a target you're going to be pointing at. This here upcoming minigame is a special minigame, perfect for less coordinated because there's no winning or losing. Well, not technically. Wherever the pointer stops, that's your result. I suppose if it doesn't stop where you want it, that's a bit like losing, but no one has to know if you don't tell them.
Okay, ready to play, or would you like me to repeat that? I think I'm ready. Ready. Anyway, or away we go. Spin the bottle and see who you're gonna smooch. Anyone but Trapper, please. You got Trapper. You two are meant to be. Psych, you have to actually spin multiple times to get your real result. First to get to 3 times is your true match. That's how we play hardcore spin the bottle on this here island. Now, get your spin on. Oh, whew, you got Wraith. Ah, no! You got Trapper. You got Spirit. No! Trapper is your true match. Oh. Just this morning, you were waking up on a strange beach surrounded by strangers with murderous intent. Now you're looking across the beach towel at Trapper, lust in his eyes, sweat glistening on his skin. Your heart races, you can feel your pulse pounding in your ears. Trapper takes you by the hand, and you sit face to face at a private section of the bar. He begins to reach for you, putting his hands on your shoulders. You're sweating, but not in the sexy way he is. You're sweating in the gross way you'd sweat at the interview for a job you're not even remotely qualified for. You don't know what to do. If you try to lock lips in this state, you might gross him out so completely that he'll be able to look at you romantically again. Trapper, we...
Save it, it's not happening.
Oh, thank goodness.
Don't cry. I know to get this close to a living god and then feel the sting of his rejection. It must hurt bad. But don't take it personally. Well, do, but use it to make yourself stronger. It's not because I don't want to, it's because you haven't earned it yet. You might later. For now, it can't be that easy. Sure, maybe with one of the others. They're weak, sad, lonely. Not me. I don't need this. It's mine to give or to withhold.
You really dodged a bullet. This means you'll have a chance to present yourself in a bit more flattering of a light later, assuming you survive.
I'm not ashamed to tell you I think you're cute. I would make out with you so hard your heart would cave in, if I wanted to. And I do, but I still won't. Tell you when I told you this and you die, they die, and then I have you all revived and kill you again. If anyone asks, I was the best you ever had, which I might just be another time.
I hate to break up such a passionate moment.
We only assume was passionate because we'd never spy on you constantly while you stay on this island.
But dinner is being served right away and we must insist that you join us. We wouldn't want anyone dying of starvation, when there are so many more interesting things to die from.
Seems like the next activity is mealtime? How quaint. You were expecting what? Capture the flag? Do you know how complicated it is to run a game like that? Much more so than sitting and talking. You arrive at the cookout area to find an assortment of picnic tables scattered around. What were you expecting? Some kind of grand hall with a huge banquet table? This ain't some prestigious fancy epic like you'd find on cable. Dwight and Claudette usher you to your seat, but there's very limited seating directly around you. And oh, great, terrific. It seems that everyone wants to sit next to you. Even better is that they don't want to sit next to certain other people. To start, no one wants to sit next to Trapper. Meanwhile, he refuses to sit next to Wraith or Trickster. Oh yeah, Trickster is here. Surprised? Yeah, well, they don't call him Expectedster. I'm sorry, even I get nervous around crowds of killers, and my whole shtick gets a little flustered.
Hey there, you looking good, meat? Real good.
And we literally can't let Huntress and Trapper sit together. No, seriously, their arms are too big, they can't fit at a table if they're sit side by side. Look at this, we can't even fit everyone on screen at the same time. You probably think it was an error, but it's not. It's completely intentional. Let that be a lesson to you. Every error you think you see is a choice. Got that? Okay, Dwight and Claudette are directing traffic. You sit on one side, the rest of them will sit opposite you. Hunters and Trapper can sit at the ends while with their enormous sexy arms.
Now that everyone is seated, we can begin dinner. Tonight's meal was prepared slowly and carefully with both love and hate for 12 hours over a spit. We hope you all enjoy. We really hope you do. Hey, you didn't actually tell us what you're serving. What are we eating? It's meat. Oh, it's me? Seasoned with a specific number of special herbs and spices that we simply can't divulge.
My favorite.
Meat is good.
Meat is murder.
Which you'd know, considering what you've been up to. Who are you to get judgy now?
I'm just sharing facts, and you need to murder something to eat its meat, so that's, like, technically true.
Technically true is the best kind of true.
Okay, enough yapping. Let's eat.
Hey, meat, you thinking what I'm thinking? I didn't know this was what we were going to eat, by the way, when I named myself this. So this is both disturbing and kind of saucy, if you think about it in the right way. It's going to be a person on that spit, right? Or several parts of overlapping people, perhaps. I haven't seen many pigs wearing palm tree button-down prints, you know? When you look closely at the spit, you spot what definitely appears to be scraps of fabric sandwiched between some layers of meat. I think I might be sick. Is there anything else to eat?
This took 12 hours. And we do literally everything on this island.
Actually, there's one thing you're not doing today. You're not carving up this delectable meal.
Oh wow, he's right for a change, because I am with my broad axe. It's the perfect tool for easily chopping anything in twain.
First, who says twain? Sometimes I swear it's like we're all from completely different historical eras. Second, I'll handle this with my cleaver. Fast, powerful, and clean. At least it's clean when the meat is cooked, no blood.
You two and your ridiculous bicep swinging contest. Enough, grow up. Obviously, my gorgeous katana is the only option. Obs.
The hell it is!
Oh, I'll show you both my katana, and I'll send you to actual hell if you'd like.
Please stop. Please. I hate it when we fight, or talk, or even when we look at each other in the eye. I can do it. I have the skull of Azeroth.
Great. Instead of slicing it up, you can club it to a second death.
Hey, meat. I know this isn't what you want to eat, but hurry up and volunteer to carve up Felix. I mean, dinner. Otherwise, this will go on for hours. No hyperbole. They once argued over who had the most effective weapons for 72 hours straight. And it doesn't matter which one does it. When they're done, they will take even longer cleaning their weapons, all while explaining the value in maintaining your tools. Despite being a bunch of cold-blooded killers, for some reason, they're always terrified of tetanus.
Hey, why don't you just let me carve him dinner? Splendid idea. We'd hate for it to get cold.
We'd hate when it... he hated when it got cold.
Here's a machete, freshly sharpened.
Minigames consist of 2 parts. On top of pointer, okay? Sometimes the target is immediately visible, sometimes it's hidden until the pointer arrives. Press the spacebar to stop the pointer while over the target to win. Fail to land on the target and you will lose. This is cute because it's just like in Dead by Daylight. To achieve a perfect success, land on the start of the target area, not the end. Okay, ready to play, or would you like me to repeat that? Ready. Away we go. Slice. Perfect. Ooh, not bad. Not bad. Perfect. Oh, you missed completely.
That was pretty good. I'd like to see what you could do with a less clumsy weapon. Yeah, I said it. Machetes are dumb.
Dinner is finally served. They're cute, by the way, these two. I love it.
For real.
The sounds, especially coming from the mask killers while they eat, which involves lifting their masks and shoveling food up behind them, are nasty. Spirit, meanwhile, doesn't even eat. She's the only one who seems to really be embracing being dead. They're all dead, right? This is obviously hell. I mean... Come on, we're still trying to be mysterious here. You think mystery comes easy? Claudette and Dwight aren't the only ones who've been working their asses off to make this night perfect. Well, at least they're lifting their masks. This is only 99% as disgusting as it could be if they were just trying to mash stuff through there.
Spirit, why aren't you hungry? The two best things about being dead is not having to eat. That's only one thing. Think about it, Meat. Number 2 is no number 2. One less than to think about in the afterlife. Even if I wanted to eat, I have no idea what would actually follow. You might have noticed, but I'm mostly just a bunch of dismembered body parts floating in a spectral form. Do you see how deep this cut on my abdomen is? I don't think my digestive tract connects anymore. Between the food and the behavior of this group, this might be the worst meal in history. But even worse is they're staring at you. You're not eating. They don't like that. I think they want an explanation why. What do you want to tell them? Look at that seagull! Wow, you ever seen a seagull that big? I haven't. That's incredible. Anyway, what were we talking about? Lame misdirect. Yeah, she's right, Meat. Pretty lame. Own who you are. Never compromise.
Didn't you wash up on this island with no memory of who you are and how you got here?
Yes, you did, poor thing.
You have no idea the last time you ate a real meal, and you've been standing in the sun.
But the seagull... Uh-oh, he just made a lot of good points. I swear, you're beginning to feel lightheaded. It waved at me. Maybe you need to eat to survive here. Either that or someone poisoned you. No, wait, you haven't eaten, so you can't be poisoned. Whatever the answer, you're clearly about to pass out. Excuse me.
Oh, hey, it's me again. Your friend, mentor, and guide. Narrator to the narrator. The ocean.
Not sure I feel about that characterization, but I'll allow it.
I brought you here, and I might be the only one who can help you now. There's only one thing you must do to survive. You have to figure out why you're really here. No one can tell you, not unless you follow the right path.
Excuse me. Sorry, getting voices is hard to do.
Or at least a right path. There's too many of those to count. Hopefully you pick at least one of them. Because there are even more wrong paths. Many of them lead to your demise. Others lead to something even worse.
Starting scene's over and having to fast forward back to where you were. Am I right?
For this place holds many secrets even from itself. The one that truly matters can only be learned if you answer the most important question. Why are you here? Why are you here? Answer that, and you'll learn the truth. The ultimate truth.
Vague, mysterious. I gotta give it up to this ocean character. That's some quality early game storytelling. You wake up to find Trapper holding your limp body, gingerly pouring cool water into your mouth.
You had me worried there, passing out like that. I thought maybe you died. That would have been terrible. Nobody dies on this island without me killing them. You hear that? Nobody.
Thanks, I guess?
Don't mention it. I mean that. Don't mention it. Someone might think I care for you. That can't happen. I've got a reputation.
They're really leaning into me wanting to be with Trapper. I'm starting to understand, I think.
When you went down, it looked like you hit your head on the edge of the table. If it were me, the table would have been the one to crack open. I'm sure it really hurt you, though. So I figured a little ocean air might wake you up, and I brought you down by the water.
That's really thoughtful of you.
What? A magnificently muscular, wealthy, artistically gifted Adonis can't also be thoughtful? Don't answer because it's obvious. Adonis was killed by a boar. Get out of here with that garbage. I do find myself in an unusual position, though. Despite the overwhelming probability that I'll eventually find myself standing over your lifeless corpse, I don't want you dead just yet, so I'm here to talk to you like a regular human person. And right now I'm worried that I might be coming off a bit too forceful. I know my mere presence can be intimidating, but I don't want you to get the wrong impression about me or how I feel about you. So I'll just put it out there. I might possibly like you. I can't say that or about everyone, or really anyone else on this island. There's something different about you. You aren't like the others. Henceforth, I think it's time I shared something with you that I haven't shared with anyone in a long time. It's a big part of who I am, and I think you're ready for it.
You watch as Trapper reaches into his singlet and pulls out some sort of rolled up scroll of paper. He grips it firmly in his hand.
It's one of my sketches. I don't know if you know this, but I love to draw. The arts have always been a passion of mine. Would you like to see it?
Yes. Yes, I'd love to. I'm so excited you're ready to share this with me. Trapper does not unroll the paper and show it to you. He simply stares at you and watches your smile soften and fade. And the longer he stares at you, the closer he seems to get.
What an interesting response.
Thanks, I hope. Trapper looks at you, a piercing look even through his mask. He smirks, but it's not clear why. Then he turns and leaves. Just as things are really heating up, you hear a flurry of footsteps behind you. You quickly spin around, ready to fend off whatever new danger has popped up on this strange island. Only to find that it's Dwight and Claudette sprinting across the beach, clipboards in hand, which they're waving in the air above their heads. It's very important that we stick to the itinerary and attend each and every event as scheduled. Playing sick for cute flirt points was not part of this evening's activities. That's strictly slotted in for after campfire storytelling. And this rate will be late. Playing sick? No time for excuses. Well, there is, but that's scheduled for after what comes after the flirting. Go, 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 go! Once everyone is gathered around the campfire, Dwight and Claudette quickly make an announcement. We're not going to blame anyone in particular, but someone, and we're not going to say who, so don't worry about you, hasn't been sticking to the schedule. That means that we're behind on time for evening activities, and we'll only have time for one person to share their special spooky nighttime story. Just one, but story time is my favorite activity. This is a narrative-heavy experience. You're telling us that only one person gets to share? How will we decide who? Oh, great. We have to decide as a group. That never goes well.
Whoever did this, step up now. I swear I won't be angry. I'll merely chop your head clean off. No fuss, no muss.
Voice trembling, you realize this is probably it for you, but you embrace your fate. Sorry, everyone. I think they're talking about me. To be honest, I still don't understand how the whole schedule thing works. I guess I lost track of time while I passed out.
Been there before. Even though it's taking some pressure off me, which is an absolute dream come true, is it really fair to pick on the newbie?
Seriously, has anything here ever happened on schedule, even once?
Damn it, Donald, if you try to flex that authority gimmick one more time, so help me, I'll snap your head off so quick, and then I'll drown in his blood, Cynthia. Fuss and muss are back on. You two know I love to hack, slash, and slice.
We all know you love to kill. It's almost all you talk about.
Nobody named any names.
Who even knows any names? Not us. I renounce my name. Who's Donald? Who's Dwight? Who even knows anyone anymore? Call me nobody. But we still gotta get started sometime, so... Who do you think should go? Ah, damn it, that's a name. Please pick somebody quickly so that this tropical vacation doesn't turn into a bloodbath. Wraith. I choose Wraith. Whoa, this entire experience is being carefully crafted to avoid an IP infringement lawsuit. Let's be careful with the catchphrases, will ya?
I'm not really one for scary stories. Life is scary enough as is.
You literally carry around a skull and a spine as your little prop. As the other killers laugh, Wraith holds up his skull and gazes into its hollow, dark eye sockets.
If you're looking for something Shakespearean in this story, look elsewhere. This is a tale of madness, of staring at the soul of death and never returning. Once upon a time, a young man worked at a junkyard. The man was quiet, kept to himself, just wanted to avoid trouble. While the boss dealt with clients, the young man operated the crusher, turning old cars into cubes of twisted metal. One day, right before crushing a car, he noticed something. Blood. Drip, drip, dripping from the trunk. He opened it and found a frightened stranger, bound and gagged. The young man reeled. Was he about to accidentally murder this stranger? How could this have happened? He freed the stranger, who ran off into the waiting arms of the boss, the owner of the junkyard. Before his shaken employee could tell him about the mistake they had nearly made, the boss took out a knife and swiftly slit the stranger's throat. The young man fell to his knees, unable to comprehend what was happening. As he stared at the ground, too shocked to cry, the boss approached him. "What did you do?" he asked the boss. "I did your job for you." "What do you mean? That's not my job. My job is to crush the cars." The boss let out a miserable scoff, his face contorting in evil disdain for the pathetic wretch in front of him. "Why do you think we're crushing cars? To have space? Who do you think my clients are?" "I don't know," mumbled the young man. "Yes, you do," screamed the boss. "Deep down, you've always known what was happening here. You just didn't want to admit it to yourself. Your hands aren't clean. My clients give me money, and I take care of their problems, eliminate their witnesses, tie up their loose ends, or actually, you do." "No," the young man whimpered as the boss towered above him. "Yes, you're nothing more than an executioner, and you've reaped hundreds of souls." The young man's body shook with soft spasms as he tried to stop crying. It was when the boss started laughing that it happened. Something in the young man changed. He stood up, now taller than the boss. A faint glimmer of fear overtook the snarl on the older man's face. The young man's face was empty. Empty as he grabbed the boss's throat and dragged him to the car in the crusher. Empty as he picked up the boss and stuffed him inside. Empty as he slammed the trunk down on him, its stupid fat head sticking out, begging for mercy. Empty as he started the machine, staring at the boss and its sniveling, crying wet face. Empty as he grabbed the boss's head, dug his fingers in, farther piercing the skin. Empty as he squeezed and pulled. Empty as he heard the bones popping and snapping. But when the boss's head, still attached to his spine, pulled cleanly out of its disgusting sack of a body, he smiled. Wraith stares back into the eye sockets of his skull. It doesn't matter how good you are, how innocent, how kind, how full of love you once were. When you look into the eyes of evil, you will surely go mad. An awkward silence falls upon the room until... Offer praise. When you look into the eyes of evil, you will surely go mad. My God, that is brilliant. I'm glad you didn't give up saying Shakespeare, because that story made Shakespeare look like a slack-jawed, mouth-breathing idiot. Thank you. I'm too overcome. As you sit down, the other killers look at each other, unsure if you're joking. Thanks. Wraith, on the other hand, is absolutely sure you're joking. You may have gone a little overboard. On that note, everyone decides it's time to take a break and split up for a little bit so that they can all have a moment alone before bed. Everyone leaves and you're alone by the fire. The only thing you hear is the ocean slowly lapping against the shore. This is nice. A true moment of peace and tranquility that lasts for all of about 7 seconds because Trickster shows up and he's blaring his latest song. "Hey baby, you look lonely. Mind if I join you?" He doesn't wait for an answer. "I know you've been hearing from these guppies all day, but I want you to hear something from a big fish like me. Something special those in charge of the island don't want you to hear. I am the ultimate catch on this island, the only lobster in an ocean of sardines. No one can give you what I can. You just have to find me. Come find me, baby." Trickster leaves. You're a bit confused about what to make of his cryptic clues, but you aren't going to get any time to yourself to think about him just yet. Wraith approaches you. "Hey, I'm probably not making a great impression because I guess it's not really my thing. I just know that if you got to know me, then, look at the others aren't around. And I really hate that fire pit. I just kind of hate fire in general. Maybe we could go back to the pool? And I know, whatever, you know." "A dip in the pool with a wraith? You've come a long way in a single day. I'm not saying you shouldn't follow him, an offer like that. Just don't forget our little talk." That's cryptic. You and your storyteller friend slip into the water. It's just the right temperature for an evening dip. Plus, if some jealous shark comes along and manages to jump from ocean into pool, you're also pretty sure your killer companion could handle it. Hey, do you remember my story? You mean the one you just told, like a minute ago? Yeah. Yeah. Did you, what did you think of the young man in the story? Do you think he's weird? I would forgive him. What happened to him would make anyone snap.
Anyone who knows what happened in his past to lead him to that point, he was just trying to be good. Yes, that's all he wanted, was to be good. Well, that makes sense. Did the young man remind you of anyone? Yes and no. I think that's what makes it such a great story. It's unique and surprising, but relatable and familiar. I think we all know someone like that young man. I think we all have a little of him inside us. Wraith giggles, not in a gross way, like you're thinking, but a very silly one. I assume he's imagining a tiny little version of himself dancing around in his own belly, because that's just who he is. You notice the temperature has dropped significantly. It's cold in this water now, or is it just me? I feel like my toes are turning into ice cubes. Wraith seizes up and squeezes his eyes shut. Please, I can't be around any cube talk, not since, I heard that story from somebody else a long time ago. The story you told us 2 minutes ago? Exactly. The one that wasn't about me. Usually we'd be nervous that we're about to make things awkward when we barge in, but obviously we couldn't hold a candle to whatever was happening here tonight. Either way, it's time for bed. For you, but not for us. After you go to sleep, that's when we party. After spending a day all cooped up in those tight little safari-themed resort uniforms, you just know those two raged late into the night. But you're not here to party with him. You've got your own repressed relationships to tend to. You head over to the campfire. The heat is comforting on this chilly night. Looking into the crackling embers, you think about Wraith's story about the young man who found out he was part of a sinister plot. What don't you know about your current situation? Is it something that will terrify you? Something that will make you snap? What if you look into the eyes of evil? And what if you like it? Before you can dwell too much on your fate, Claudette and Dwight arrive. Their now familiar creepy smiles stretching from ear to ear. It's a bit menacing to see a smile like that lit by firelight. We must apologize for the accommodations. We weren't prepared for another guest, but we're going to make you comfortable or die trying. They hand over a pillow and blanket and welcome you to snuggle up by the fire. Perhaps some music will put you at ease. Just try to keep the volume to a minimum. Our other guests aren't the types you'll want to rob of their beauty sleep. Ready. Away we go! As you relax and look into the fire, the radio begins to fuzz and flicker. You examine it and decide that you might adjust the dial and fix it. Let's see what's on this station. Let's see what's on this station. Ooh. I kind of like 88. Let's see what's on this station. 102 was a station I had growing up. It was 102.5 The Bear. It was a rock station. Oh, yeah. Let's listen to all of them real quick. This is like a perfect circle, you know? Let's see what's on this station.
For us, it means two major things. First of all, the community is you.
It's NPR, which I listen to all the time.
Either playing the game or talking about the game or creating content related.
Let's see what's on. I'm not really hearing anything in this one. I kind of like this one for a relaxing vibe to, like, you know, fall asleep to. Oh, yeah. No matter how many things you listen to, you still can't sleep. You decide to ask one of the killers to spend a little more time with you until you're sleepier. Who would you like to summon to your side as you lay by the fire? All right, everyone. Well, I think that is a perfect little cliffhanger to stop them. This has been absolutely amazing. This hysterical, and I love it, and it's really fun. What are you thinking? Let me know down in those comments below. Who are you liking so far? Are you liking Trapper, who's got more of a sensitive side than I thought? Huntress, who's just adorably cute, and Dommy Mommy Muscle vibes. Like, I would let her pick me up. Wraith, who is so misunderstood and devilishly handsome. Or Spirit, who is cool and alluring and just very anime in the best way. Let me know. And while you're down there, make sure to hit that like and subscribe button. Check out all the other links. Let me know that you're liking the content. Hey, maybe even hit that little bell icon because it lets you know whenever I post more content like this. And with all that being said, I hope that no matter where you are in the world, you are happy, healthy, and well, and having a wonderful rest of your day, evening, or week. And we'll see you next time, everybody. Bye!